Local high school students and police officers are working to find some common ground amid ongoing civil unrest nationwide between people and law enforcement. Restrictions from the pandemic have made gatherings more difficult, but that did not stop these groups from trying to work through the tension. KION's Jocelyn Ortega joins us live from our Digital Operations Center tonight with their story. Hey, Jocelyn.
The police department says that the pandemic makes community engagement more difficult, but they promise that they are stepping up their efforts. Michael Dubese is a senior at North Salinas High School. He describes himself as a passionate advocate for community and police reform. Dubese says more than 60 students joined in a virtual meeting with the Salinas Police Department to address what they call a deep divide between law enforcement and citizens, seen clearly during ongoing national protests surrounding racial injustice.
Every great movement has always started with conversation, whether it's the civil rights movement of the 60s, the women's rights movement of the 20s. Throughout history, people talked.
Students and officers addressed topics including racial bias, training, and concerns some community members had about how much funding is given to local police.
Not just disturbing, but it's heartbreaking to see how some communities have responded to this. So eventually, I like to bring them back into Salinas in the dialogue.
Chief Frese argues many people are misinformed, but dialogues like these are a key component in their efforts to work with the younger generation.
Right now, it's all national narrative, and now the teachers that they're learning from about this whole different perspective on policing and our role. They just want to be a part of this conversation, and we value that.
The students say that sending a positive message nationwide starts right here in their own neighborhoods.
This is the first of its kind in our city, but it can't be the last. This conversation has to continue long after it ends. It's really important that we have youth lead this movement.
Police say programs and events meant to engage with the community have been canceled or put on hold because of the pandemic, but will continue to engage virtually. They say that anyone who has concerns or has suggestions for change can reach out to their forums. We'll have a link to that posted on our website. In the Digital Operations Room, Jocelyn Ortega, KION News Channel 546.